Marcus's daddy? Question mark.
Okay,
That bot scared the
Henners,
shit out of me.
you have offended me, Henners. My favorite European song is Dragostari Te, okay?
I don't like Romania, man. What can I say? Alright, this is IRP now. I love Romania. Romania's a base country.
You guys should support my bill. Romanian nationalism. Romanian nationalism is... It should be
Romanian
banned.
nationalism.
Romanian nationalist. You were literally an enemy to our state and should be sent to
Why
prison.
is this server dominated by Americans?
Mr. Former Speaker.
I just say we'll respond to questions.
Why is a bagel verbally abusing Owen in general?
A bagel, to be clear.
I love
A Bagel is the most based person on this server. Honestly, just such a based person A Bagel is.
I love
So
the
true.
European
So true,
Union.
Henry.
I want
Just so we're abundantly clear, a bagel.
A bagel.
okay.
Are we starting session or?
Hey, protectionism.
We gotta
Marcus,
wait
start
for...
the session. Come on.
Oh,
Wait,
is Marcus here?
I already added the
Marcus
house.
is
Hey, well then, control us.
Alright. Order.
Stop the steal.
We will begin with the first item on the
Mr.
agenda
Speaker,
today.
could
Yes.
someone mute their mic? It's
Bricktor,
very
based
irritating.
Bricktor, you see?
Base. Thank you for coming, Prichter.
Come on, we got.
Now, we shall be holding the speakership elections following yesterday's VONC. I ask that we now present any nominations. If you would like to nominate somebody, please.
Father of the House, is that how you go?
Yes?
I'd like to nominate the Right Honourable Henners as Speaker.
All right, Henners, do you accept?
I do accept that as a very kind honor.
Father of the House,
Can I nominate someone?
Yes?
I'd like to nominate Tori Rose for Speaker.
All
Just
right.
to be clear, I'm voting for Henners, but I want her as deputy.
Okay.
Father of the House.
Yes.
Leader of
I'd like to nominate the Honourable Greg Hunt.
Greg, do you accept?
No.
Oh, and Tori, do you accept? Is she in this VC?
Yes, thank you very much.
Based, okay.
Can I make my
Yes, Tom.
nomination?
I
would like to nominate
Brian Braga.
Henner's testing child.
Oh, wait, Father.
No, don't you? No, right, hold on. Do I really have to log on to that account and not accept the nomination on it?
I
No.
do believe so.
Father,
Alright,
Father,
give me
Technically,
2 seconds.
all violate TOS, so
Father of the House.
yes.
Father of the
I would like to nominate the Honorable Robert Peel for Speaker.
Mr. Peel, do you accept?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any others?
Yes. Did I nominate someone?
You can if you want.
hear my name?
No, I didn't.
I nominate Brian Braga for Speaker.
All right. Brian, do you accept?
Sure.
Okay.
I would like to nominate one more person.
Yes, Taco?
I'd like to nominate Joseph Berther.
Who?
Joseph Berther.
Joseph Berger?
Berther. Their informal name is Joe Mama.
Here.
Right. Anyway. So the 4 candidates being Hanners, Tori, Robert Peel, and Brian Braga. Unless there are any others, I suggest we move to a vote.
Hello? Oh, shit.
Are we going to have a party-wide endorsement?
If you wish.
I guess I'm doing it because Captain M's not here. The Conservative Unionist Party proudly endorses Brian Braga.
Okay, one more time, because it sounded muffled.
We endorse Brian for Speaker.
Okay.
I would like to make my party-wide endorsement.
Yes.
We endorse Henners for speaker.
Boys!
Father of the house.
I ask members not to yell into their mics. It's kind of ear rape.
Father of the house. Can I present my whip or my
Yes.
support? All members of my party are due to either vote for Tory Rose or Robert Peel. Thank you.
Okay. And with that, I will open up the vote. Given that you are here, Captain M, how would you like us to conduct this vote?
Marcus, that's not the Prime Minister's choice. It's always done by emoji and text.
I mean, that's precedent, I suppose, but there's no formal rule on it. But yeah, I guess we can do it that way. Is that do that in House of Commons? All right. I mean, we've done it in divisions.
Are you
before.
whipping for Brian?
Prime Minister?
Yeah.
All right. Whoever keeps muting Major, stop.
Wasn't gonna specifically whip an actual whip.
Sorry?
I wasn't planning on doing an actual whip.
Okay.
I think he's just been endorsed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any other party leaders? Are you issuing a whip?
No, I was just making an endorsement.
Okay. And the PLP as well?
Yeah, it's just an endorsement, though, however.
Okay.
But mainly for...
With that, I will make the motion in House of Commons.
The speaker is here.
Sorry?
The speaker elections is always handled by the Father of the House, Topville.
Okay. Always here.
Romanian nationalism.
All right.
What?
So if you would like to vote for Braga, the emoji reaction will be Bolsonaro happy from this server. If you would like to vote for Hanners, the reaction emoji will be the retweet emoji from this server.
What
Oh, sorry.
I'm making the post in the House of Commons text channel. If you would like to vote for Peel, the reaction will be the tuck emoji. And finally, actually, yes, the Romanian flag is a much better reaction for Tuberville. And finally, for Tory Rose, obviously the most fitting emoji reaction will be a rose. It is now in the House of Commons text chat.
What did it react to your message?
So, yeah. Okay.
Fuck off.
It's beautiful.
I motion we end voting.
I will give 5 minutes.
Seconded.
Objection, I already objected.
I'm motion to a roll call vote.
It's been less than a minute, you literal animals.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Nah.
Wait, tonight in Ozpol, fucking Heistel cut voting like without a warning. Like he's just like, oh, the division's over, and like we caused such a big fucking fiasco about it. Ask Carrick about it. Like it was just
We had
Heistel just
okay.
about it.
We had a division. But the division was never called. So no one. So like half the house couldn't even vote on it.
And he closed the voting. Yeah.
Yeah, without any warning.
Tubbs for speaker, to be clear.
Yes.
He hasn't even voted for himself, has he?
No, he voted for
You know
Brock.
something?
Sir Robert Peel.
I have a server, right?
Tubbs, why do you want me to
And I'm
retract my
scared
bill? It's such a big bill.
election.
Nationalism is a disease.
I'm scared. I'm scared for the next election because I feel like I'm not.
I will remind everyone to vote once.
Peters, did you make that emoji?
All right.
Can I go back to sleep?
Given how evenly divided this vote is, I think that it should go to a second round with
Marcus, there's a 4-vote majority.
with the top two. No, there's not a majority. None of the candidates
Right.
have received a majority of votes.
To be clear.
Therefore, I think it would make the most sense
But can we just...
And no, it's not.
It's been
Yeah.
like 3 minutes. To be clear.
Rose make it to the second round.
Hmm?
I'm just putting my support.
Wait, why are we doing a second round?
Because no one has received a majority of votes right now.
Can I withdraw?
If you wish.
I
Right
withdraw
now it's actually-
and will
So,
be
hold on.
voting for Henners.
Yeah, I urge my party to vote for Brian, though. To be clear.
I guess I'll be voting Henners.
Hey.
All right, the 4 people who have reacted for Tory. If you'd like to choose one of the other 2 candidates, now is your time.
Yeah, I removed mine, so just you guys can remove yours for me.
Josh Trudeau and Show Them 101. If you would like to switch your vote to one of the other 2 candidates, now is your time.
What is it if it's a draw?
Show Them Rose.
Speaker votes.
I mean, there is
Yeah.
no speaker, so. I
Ollie
mean,
hasn't been formally removed.
I guess.
yet.
I mean, he's not presiding right now, so he's free to vote.
Well,
I'd assume.
I would have been presiding, but I was late. I do apologize for that, by the way.
All right, it's
Thanks.
1:45. It's been 5 minutes.
I'm wishing to close the vote.
Any seconds?
I second.
I object.
I second.
All right.
I object. I motion we end vote.
There's still one
I
rose
motion
vote
to
left.
move to a roll call vote on the motion.
Yeah.
Seconded.
I
Second
object.
it.
I object.
Second.
All right, if we're doing a roll
Object.
call
I
vote.
object.
Okay.
Wait, now
Motion
I
withdrawn,
motion
motion
to end
withdrawn, motion withdrawn, motion withdrawn, motion withdrawn.
I second we should end voting.
I
Object.
second it.
Seconded.
Object.
Object. I object.
I object.
It's been 5 minutes. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. Let's do this.
No,
All
I
right. Well, here's what's going to happen. I will hear the motion on doing a roll call vote, which we will have to do by a roll call vote. Thank you all very much. All right, Bagel.
Henners.
All right. No. Are we moving to a roll call vote or not?
I withdrew the motion.
Yeah.
You withdrew it, but someone else made the motion.
I
It's on.
withdrew a motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone else withdrew the motion, so voting's closed.
Okay. All right.
Wait, I'm wishing for a roll call vote, to be clear.
Okay.
Motion to end voting.
I object.
All right.
I motion to end
Given
voting.
given that Caleb has
Object.
moved to a roll call vote. Jesus. Okay. Bagel, what is your vote?
Henners.
Marcus just
Yes or no
end
vote?
it.
No, it's a yes or no. Do we move to a roll call vote or not? Yes or no?
No.
A roll call vote on what?
No.
on doing a roll call vote.
We're doing a
I-
roll call
we
vote to
really
move to a
roll
roll
call and
call
vote
vote on the
and say
motion
roll
that's
call
been
vote?
withdrawn. The motion's been withdrawn.
Dude, Caleb
No,
just
it wasn't.
made the motion and he didn't withdraw it, so I'm
Well,
going
what
to.
is the motion? The house
The
Henry,
motion
it's a
is
vote
to
on
move to a roll
speaker,
call
you
vote.
dunce.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Mr. Father of the House, I motion for a roll call vote.
All right.
Just go to
Braga.
roll call vote. Don't.
Aye.
All right. Major.
Aye.
Okay. Rose. Tory Rose.
Nay.
Okay. Neve. Or Niv. Aye. All right. Vermin.
What is the vote on?
Whether to move to a roll call vote.
Yeah,
Yes.
but a roll call vote on what?
The speakership.
No.
That's not legal.
Dude, this is how it's
That
done.
motion,
This is
no,
how
that
it's been
motion, that
done.
motion's not
Father of the
legal. We've
House.
already done one
Mr.
form of
Father of the
voting. We
House.
can't do
This is how
another
it's
one.
done. It's
No,
been
it's
done
not.
this way. It's been
No,
done
it's
this
never
way.
been done this
It's
way.
been done this way.
It's
We
never
can
been
sit
done this
here
way.
all fucking day and you can delay
Literally
it
give
even
the motion.
further, or we can continue.
You're
Mr. Father of
you're
the
doing
House.
this to support the other candidate. This is biased as shit.
No, I'm not. I'm
Could I
doing
just-
this
could I
because
just-
someone made the motion.
Shut the fuck
Dude, I
up
was
and
thinking-
finish the count.
Yes, please. All right. Major voted aye. Tory voted nay. Vermin, aye or nay?
What is the party line?
Just aye or nay.
Vote your conscience, for God's sake.
Mr. Chancellor, could I? Or I'm sorry, Mr. Father of the House. Could I just change my vote to nay?
All right.
Hey.
Vermin, aye or nay?
Nay.
All right. Major.
Aye.
Other major, that is. Okay. Garrison.
Nay.
Okay. Greg.
No.
Seppi.
You've just skipped me.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Henners.
I vote nay. I instruct everyone else to vote nay. I think it's the best thing.
All right. Seppi.
Because it's basically a tie, I guess I'll vote aye.
Okay. Euphoric.
Nay.
Okay.
Father of the House?
Yes?
I'll rather change my vote to aye.
Okay. Reutenberg.
Aye.
Okay. Himes.
Nay.
Yep. Taco.
If I may ask, will weighted voting be added to this?
Traditionally, we haven't done speakership elections with weighted voting.
Then I vote abstain.
Okay. Melohi.
Okay.
Trudeau.
Aye.
Okay. Owen.
Nay.
Okay. Captain M.
Aye.
Okay. Garvin.
Aye.
Okay. Peters.
Aye.
Caleb.
Aye.
Enoch Powell.
Aye.
Okay. Ollie.
Aye. No, sorry, nay. Nay. Apologies.
Okay. That's a nay. And Sir Robert Peel.
Aye.
Okay.
If I may, I would like to change my vote to nay.
Mr. Father of the House,
Yes.
the other candidate conceded the race.
All right.
So
I mean, either
there's
way,
one candidate left in the race.
either way, it's you won either way, Henners. So.
Here.
All right. Take the chair, Mr. Speaker.
Here.
I
Congratulations,
will.
Mr. Speaker.
Point of order.
Goddamn hellbent tenors.
Oh no. Okay.
Well. Yeah, I'm back. I want to make a little speech to the House.
No,
I think, it's
no.
nope. Right, that's it.
No.
I'll kick you out the house if you don't stop complaining. All right. I will. I'll make this short. I believe that yesterday you voted with your conscience, and that is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to vote for your conscience and your constituents. But now I've been returned to the chair, and if you remember the rules, I can't be VONC for another 7 days. So in those 7 days, I will make sure as much legislation is passed as possible. And I will make sure that I do as much as I can to make sure this house is working as fine as possible and make sure I'm impartial as ever. I am glad to have Brian Braga as my deputy speaker, as he came second in the race. And I'm sure that there's going to be some great times we have in the next week. Great times.
I would like to make a statement.
The leader of the opposition is recognized.
I would just like to state that I am disappointed with how the election was handled. I'm not upset with the outcome. However, I wish it was a little less chaotic. And I really hope that in the next votes that we have, we will work more in unison to make a better experience for the bills proposed.
I thank the member for his statement. Do any other members wish? The member Robert Peel with withdrawal what he said. The member Robert Peel withdraw what he said, or will be removed from the House.
Point of clarification.
The point of clarification will be stated.
Mr. Speaker, when you said that it was 7 days into your next VONC, what House rule states that?
It's well, actually, Marcus can explain this rule. It's a very well-known rule, but I'll allow the top admin to explain the rule, as he is the head of the staff team.
Essentially, it is a standing rule in the server that any votes of no confidence, in order to reduce the chaos that was occurring early on in the server's history, where people would get VONC'd at every single session. It was very fucking irritating, and so we decided as an admin team that a failed VONC against either the Prime Minister or the Speaker would result in a 1-week cessation on any such motions being brought again.
And parliamentary inquiry to that, actually.
The point of parliamentary inquiry we stated.
Does that also extend to party leaders, not just like the Prime Minister or Speaker?
I think it includes party
We've
politics.
only extended it towards, as a server team, towards that, but I mean, IRL, the Conservative, I'm not as familiar with the Labour Party, but I know in the Conservative Party, IRL, there's a once-a-year limit on leadership contests. So we've, in the Conservative Party, decided that that's once a week. I don't know about Labour Party's rules.
I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you guys later.
The member, Mr. Greg, can't remain quiet, but have a good sleep, Greg. The Foreign Secretary will remove his statement, or he will be removed from the House.
Mr. Speaker?
I will not allow you to call the Speaker a sick animal. Okay, then you will be removed from the House. Mr. Major, you're removed from the House for the rest of today's sitting. Mr. Enoch Powell, you must withdraw, or I will remove you from the House as well.
Mr. Speaker.
No, I'm waiting for the member Enoch Powell to.
Love dictatorship.
I have removed the speaker from the House. It's brilliant.
I'm waiting. Okay, the member Enoch Powell is also removed from the session for the rest of today's sitting.
I would like to thank the Honorable Garvin for removing the speaker for a second so we could have a moment of peace.
Yeah, it was lovely. All right, the Leader of the House is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very glad to see the results of the speakership election today. It's quite frankly a disgrace that vonking the now once again speaker was even considered. He was vonked over quite frankly nothing at all, and I'm glad to see him return back to his rightful position. I yield.
Did the First Secretary of State wish to be recognized? I missed it in the chaos.
Yeah.
The First Secretary of State is recognized.
I would just like to say that this election for the speaker was pretty dodgy, if I may say.
Yeah.
And we might be removing you again.
Hey!
Here.
Would like to make a
Here.
statement.
Boo!
Here. You are literally a woman. Shut up.
I would like to make a counter statement.
Okay, calm down, my guy.
Leader of the opposition is right.
I would just like to say that I have, we have already made the statement on our end with the complaints of how the election was handled, and if you wish to make a bipartisan piece of legislation with the Liberal Party to fix the upcoming election so it'll be less chaotic, then I actually encourage you to. But I request that before you make complaints, you give a solution.
I don't think I'm gonna do any legislation today because it's pretty chaotic. So I'm gonna motion to adjourn the House. Are there any objections for adjourning the House?
I have an objection, Mr.
Okay, alright. The
I
objections are
object.
heard. The objections is heard. The objection. Okay, Broman just called for a vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister. Well, that's
I
fun. A vote of no
second.
confidence has been motioned in the
What?
Prime
Been too
Minister and the
close.
government.
I second.
No, it's not.
You've
It's 7
already-
days off.
Okay, there we go.
Objection,
We should
objection.
actually
I
again.
second the
Objection.
motion.
I second the emotion.
Second the motion.
I proudly
object.
second that motion.
Okay,
Hey.
right. We're literally mid through the. We're almost done with the house, and then
Marcus,
people. We are going
Marcus,
to. It doesn't make sense.
Marcus, come to my office.
What?
Mr. Speaker, I must object to.
Marcus, you better. Good luck.
The speaker is gone.
Yes, no kitchen.
He's gone.
Yep. What's up,
Tubbs
Tubbs?
is secret. Tubbs, complete the session.
It's the
All right.
deputy speaker.
Dodgy
Tubbs-
taco, get out of here.
No.
I'm going
Mistake.
to.
The elections were released on Tuesday rather than Monday. We didn't have the session on Tuesday. All right. The motion is blocked. Do any members wish to be recognised?
I wish to.
Point of clarification.
The point of clarification will be stated.
For what purpose is the motion blocked?
It hasn't been 7
not
days.
been 7 days.
It's been 6. All right. The
I
first
would
Secretary of State is
like-
recognised.
I would just like to say that the opposition party is a great supplying protoplasmic invertebrate jelly, and they need
What?
to shut up.
You very good grammar in English. Very good.
Yeah,
I support you. Here.
It's not against house. It's not against house language, so it will stand.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, I have something to say.
The Scotland minister.
Your mom. Way. Okay, that's all I had to say.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
Here.
Here, here. I would like to make a counter statement to Mr.
The
Garrett.
leader of the opposition.
Oh.
I would just wish
dodgy
that you
taco.
stop. I wish you
Dodgy
would
taco.
follow orders and not overspeak me when I have the floor. That is quite rude. Your party has been in power for 6 some odd months. Well, 6 some odd months IRL now. And I mean, I honestly feel bad because like you entered during the tail end of it, and I just want to wish you a great 3 or 4 months of being the minority party.
Were you talking to me?
I'm sure
No,
that
you're
statement
starting with
weighed
me.
very
Order
well.
in the house.
That was
Order
not
in the house.
I
Order
would
in the
like the
house.
floor. I would like
Order
the
in the
floor.
house.
I
No,
would just
the
like to
deputy,
make a
the deputy,
clarification.
the deputy PLP leader will be recognised first, then the leader of the opposition, then the first Secretary of State. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. After the deputy PLP leader, the shadow leader of the House and the deputy leader of the opposition will be recognised.
Okay, well, first of all, I just want to thank those of you that did vote for me before I withdrew. Please know that I do fully appreciate that and recognize that I never wanted to be speaker. I only wanted to be deputy, as I was before I was absent for health reasons for 2 weeks from this body. Second of all, I am concerned about the constant threats of the votes of no confidence against speakers, prime ministers, all of these positions. I'm concerned that this ultimately destabilizes the VUK and will lead to members leaving, having mental health issues, etc. So I would encourage peace and communication between all members. Thank you.
I thank the member, the deputy leader of the opposition.
Mr. Speaker, I have a question for the Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, why was the Prime Minister's mom at my house last night?
What?
The Prime Minister will answer the question.
I don't know how to respond to
that. All right, the leader of the opposition.
I would just like to make a clarification that was not an insult towards Captain M. My statement, it was merely me making a statement to Garrison and not the Conservative Party as a whole.
It was really
Secretary of State is recognized.
Archie Taco, SVC. Do I have the floor?
Yeah.
I had great sex with Taco's mom last night.
Here.
Mr. Speaker, I request that the what is it?
Point of order. Point of order.
Point of order will be stated by the Minister of Scotland.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I believe we should stop talking about each other's mums because not nice. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Boo.
You know what? Your woman. No, you
Good thing I had
boo.
sex with your.
Your
I motion.
Thank you,
for
Minister
the-
for Scotland. That's a very serious. It's a very serious statement from you. I respect it. All right.
I motion for the Transport Minister, known as Garrison, to be suspended without pay for 2 sessions due to his insult.
Point of order.
The point of order will be stated.
Mr. Speaker, the leader of the opposition broke parliamentary procedure by calling the Honourable Transport Minister by his name.
This is true. Take it back, Taco.
Apologies, I withdraw his name.
Thank you. Right. Do any other members wish to be recognised?
I wish to be recognised.
Can we go to in the house?
Point of inquiry, Mr. Speaker.
The point of inquiry will be stated by the leader of the House.
Just to let you know, we have to. Could we meet after this? Because we still have stuff to talk about.
Oh, yes, I remember the stuff to talk. Yes, we can meet after this. Okay. Do you? Right. Hey, Marcus? Did you wish to be recognised?
No,
I did.
Oh, Sethi. All right, Sethi, you first.
Mr. Speaker, the opposition claims that we will be the minority government after this next election. No, we will be the minority and they will be the government after this next election. Ironic coming from an opposition party which didn't even exist until halfway through our tenure in government, which has made Britain a better place and a brighter place, so much that all other opposition parties died while we brought Britain into a new age of prosperity. If this opposition thinks they can win an election, I'd like to see them try.
That's a fair statement.
Here.
It's
Here,
true.
here.
All those facts are true.
Okay.
The leader of the opposition may make a statement in response, and then the deputy of the opposition.
And then what about me? I asked for the floor.
Sorry, you can be after Caleb.
Okay.
My statement is simply this. All the other parties did not have the opportunities that our party did. They did not have the bills that we have proposed. They have not had the members that make our party the greatest opposition that I believe has existed in well over 30 years.
You're a meme shop.
The Scotland minister, I would ask him very politely not to interrupt again while other members are speaking.
I'm sorry, Henry.
It is fine. Right, the deputy of the opposition.
It's forgiven. I love you.
Mr. Speaker, I have a question. So, when is our committee regarding the government's actions about the cabinet meeting again? To be clear.
It is scheduled for Saturday, but I'm going to meet with the leader of the House, and I invite any members of the great officers of state to join us for that meeting. Richard Tice said based on me becoming speaker. I didn't think I had an ally there. Based. All right. The first Secretary of State. Sorry, Garrison. I completely forgot about you.
I would just like to say that Tacos, or the leader of the opposition party, will always be in the minority because they are the minorities.
Here.
What does that mean?
Point of order?
I am so confused.
What I would like the first Secretary of State to clarify what the minorities means. Is that a insult toward
I think we know
a
what
group of
it means.
people?
I think we know exactly what it means.
No comment.
I'm
Do you know,
motioning
I'm
for
just
adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
yeah. The motion for
Yeah.
adjournment is heard from
Yeah,
the Prime
I'm
Minister. Do any members wish to object to it?
No, just push it forward.
All right. I now pronounce the House adjourned, and I now invite any members of the great officers of state and the leader of the House to join me in the Speaker's office, along with the Deputy Speaker, of course.
You know what? I'm going to be there. The Scotland office is now a great office of state. Just
I
by
agree.
my
You should be there.
Israel can invade the speaker's
You
office
should
now.
be there, man.
Yeah, I
Scotland forever.
agree. The channel is full. Okay, we could kick out a few of those people.
It's okay. I can drag you in.
Yeah, drag me in. It'd be brilliant.
Still getting roasted.
Yes.
Wait, is
Amen,
this a
amen.
thing I'm invited to or no?
I don't know.
Alright.
No, Henry is going to.
Where is it? God damn it! Is it the Speaker's office?
Yeah.
Or
I
the
get freaking
chief?
dragged into there.
No.